So hello, my name is Lucinda, and I'm actually working in a charity in Hong Kong. So I'm going to present a project called DoGood that we actually presented last week in the startup weekend. So I'm very sorry if you're there last weekend and you're going to hear the same presentation again. So when we talk about DoGood, I think we're talking about the impact. And before talking about our project, I actually want to say we always try to work on something, a problem that we knew, and we're trying to find a solution. And I come across a landscape study about social enterprise a few weeks ago. And it says most of the social enterprise in Hong Kong, they face some problem, like 42% say they lack of managerial staff, 41% say there is low public awareness in Hong Kong, and 25% say they lack of financial channels, and 24% say they find difficult to manage disadvantaged staff. So to bring a social impact, what I think is, instead of trying to go to every individuals, every needy people, sometimes we can do it by supporting the organizations that are helping the vulnerable people. And this is why we try to come up with the DoGood concept. So DoGood is just about good people and good causes and events. There are always people who want to help, to contribute to the society, and there are always good causes and events, campaigns that need support. But right now, we saw a mismatch. So for those who want to do good, like volunteers, there are a few centralized platforms in Hong Kong, just like Volunteering Hong Kong. And last weekend, someone told me there is something called Hands On Hong Kong. It's when you try to Google volunteers, then you come up with these two websites. What I think is very often for business partners or for ideas generators, you think about what you want to convey, you want to tell others. But there are too many information and you don't know where to go, and it is not friendly for users, for those who are using them. So this is mobile device, and you see, if I want to join volunteer and I search for something, I don't know where to go. And you know, time is very precious for Hong Kong people, and end up, I may not sign up anything. Or I know a friend of mine called Marita. She worked for different charity organizations as volunteer for 5 or 6 years. And she got very frustrated about this centralized platform in Hong Kong because she doesn't know where she can find it. And then so she kind of set up a Facebook page called Hong Kong Hearts, 香港有心人, those who want to do good. But, and then the next step she's trying to do is go to different NGOs in Hong Kong, subscribing their e-news, liking their Facebook pages, social media. But do you know that there are 27,000 NGOs in Hong Kong? And imagine you're already asking volunteers to donate their time to work, but then you're asking for more. You're asking them to go to your website and take a long time. And the question is, how many people have time and the heart to go to these individual charity websites one by one, Facebook pages one by one, e-news one by one? We cannot imagine. And at the same time, for the other side, for NGOs, sometimes it's not about they don't want to promote their good events or volunteering opportunities. It's when they try to send out an email to a database or saying that I won't volunteer. They actually want 10, but at last, 1,000 come up. So the problem for NGO is how to select the right match. So they kind of come up with different systems like volunteer sign up, event sign up, and confirming their attendance on phone, Excel, spreadsheet, recording the volunteer hours and printing certificate. All of these are huge admin operation. And imagine, one NGO should devote their time to help people, but then actually there are so many staff and manpower hours are using to deal with this system. So I interviewed an operation manager of UNICEF Hong Kong, Connie, She is seeking a volunteer management system, and what she wants is a very simple, easy-to-use system with no IT support. UNICEF Hong Kong is already a very big NGO compared to some of the small NGO or charities in Hong Kong. So imagine for smaller NGOs, they may not have enough resources or money to hire people. And they may just give up of posting anything. So we want to say this mismatch is we try to come up with a website, a simple software as a service for NGO to manage and match with volunteers. So we don't want to ask a lot of things in the beginning. We just ask them to provide the email or log in their account by the social media platforms. And after that, we're kind of asking them to enter their preferences, like a date, place, and time. And it will immediately come up with the volunteer opportunities that match with their preferences. So it will be a responsive website because we don't want to have another mobile app and asking people to download the mobile app and update the mobile app from time to time. And for NGOs, we're trying to get the volunteer management system by giving them different filters to select volunteers. So sometimes you want to give opportunities to those who just joined. Sometimes you want more skills and interests. And through this, actually, we will develop a profile mapping for NGOs to match with the supporters that they need. So we kind of pitched this idea to different people, and some of the volunteer leaders already say they will promote it in their platform or Facebook groups and sign up. And there are a few NGOs that they said they are interested in seeing our demo and posting events. So we will have a free matching system, but we also need some money to manage the server or anything. So we will have a very affordable price for small NGO. And when we penetrate the market, we will get to larger NGOs and provide them a software with premium tailor-made services that suits their needs more. And we trust that they would like to pay more for better services. And we also provide targeted advertising opportunity, like for example fundraising events or during emergencies, so that they can match with people who actually have a heart to do good. We are also planning to apply the Social Innovation Fund or different funding. So right now it's only about volunteers, volunteering opportunities and NGO. But DoGood is more than that. When we expand that in the long run, it's about fundraisers, donors, anything who want to do good. It's about CSR events, fundraising events, it's anything that relates to volunteering opportunities. And it's not about only NGOs are doing good. There are social enterprise, schools, religious groups that want to do something and want to make a change to society. You know, there are more social enterprise, so do good, you can actually eat good or you can buy good. So this is mainly our concept. We now have a team of developers and designers that are now volunteering for this project. But we actually need more people to give us ideas how to do better. So if you're interested, please hashtag DoGoodHK. Okay. So thank you.
Okay, maybe I introduce the last team. The last team, the rocking side, please come to stage.
Wait, no, one question. Because I see Miss Veronica is here. She is the Undersecretary of the Home Affairs. So I see you keep watching the presentation. Maybe you have some of the advice to give to our pitching team.
Well, I think this is a very good initiative because you do spot on of what the volunteers are looking for in terms of their need to really have a streamlined operation kind of platform for them to search for the volunteering work that will suit their time, that will suit their preferences. And in Hong Kong, actually, we have the Hong Kong Volunteer Services Network. I think this could potentially be a good match for them because they have a registrar. I think latest is about 700,000 volunteers already registered on that platform. And that could be an audience readily available for this platform that you are launching. So congratulations and well done.
So what we say, this may not be a very well concept to change the world, but it's by optimizing the system.
So it's kind of like a technical suggestion. Because one of the innovations in Creative Commons is to have the works searchable on the internet. So that's how you can find 500 million CC licensed works. And so some of the technologies that are developed now are with the semantic web, which if you develop your own vocabulary, you can get everyone to self-describe their own organization. And then if someone, a search engine which is aware, can then keep track. So in other words, that you can try and use technology to help the scaling issue. But if you do that, if you can convince a search engine to do that, and you have your own vocabulary, like the Hong Kong NGO vocabulary, which can be extensible, then that can be a model for somewhere else. Because the problem of searching and matching is always going to be there, not just in scale of Hong Kong, it's going to be internet-wide. So look at tech in that way.